His name is Geordie Galloway, he comes frae Dundee town, but smoke gets in your eyes when Labour's HQ's burning down. A wee financial scandal had his comrades in a spin, when half the cash went missing frae the Labour biscuit tin. And with you, and with you, and with you, my Geordie lad, to be a politician was the biggest dream ye had. Now Dundee's Labour councillors, they like to sport and play, finding some wee hidey hole to get their end away. But Geordie wasnae like them, he believed in world peace. He flew across the ocean, got his end away in Greece. And with you, and with you, and with you, my Geordie lad, you learned some carnal knowledge, you were really quite the lad. Now Geordie was a roving boy, he travelled wide and far. He sat with Fidel Castro and he smoked a big cigar. He really hated Tories, they made him lose the rag. With his socialist credentials he would wave a big red flag. And with you, and with you, and with you, my Geordie lad, to bring the Tory system down's the biggest dream you had. He stood with Nicola Sturgeon and he said just what he meant, for self-determination and a Scottish Parliament. He took the stand in George's Square to great applause and cheers, and said he wanted freedom and to run our own affairs. And with you, and with you, and with you, my Geordie lad, a parliament in Scotland was the biggest dream you had. To wheedling and flattery our Geordie was inclined, any old dictatorship he really didn't mind. In the presidential palace he made his grand address, but says that his intentions got distorted by the press. And with you, and with you, and with you, my Geordie lad, dancing with Saddam Hussein and Ahmadinejad. To fall in with the party line he didn't really care. He stood against a bloody war and lies of Tony Blair. But imperialist New Labour, they didn't gie a hoot. They said you are a traitor and they kicked our Geordie out. And with you, and with you, and with you, my Geordie lad, ye haven't got a party now, you're quite the wee nomad. The Yanks, they tried to fit him up and put him on the line, but they really didn't like him cause he stood for Palestine. He went up to the Senate and with his trademark style said I couldn't gie a monkeys for a barrel o' your ale. And with you, and with you, and with you, my Geordie lad, ye never touched a single drop when you were in Baghdad. He went in yon big brother's house, it was in Channel 4. He had to do all sorts of things or he'd be out the door. He danced round like a maddie in a leotard of silk, and begged with Rula Lenska for a saucer full of milk. And with you, and with you, and with you, my Geordie lad, just lick your paws and say meow and she'll be awfully glad. A referendum came along, it was some years ago, but Geordie stood up and declared that Scotland should vote no. For Geordie did a U-turn frae yon day in George's Square and said that Scotland wasnae fit to run its own affairs. And with you, and with you, and with you, my Geordie lad, Scotland tied to Whitehall is the biggest dream you've had. And when it came to Europe, he said that we should stay. He said it's a no-brainer to be any other way. But when the campaign started, our George was in the doubt that Europe was a failure and he wanted Britain out. Is it in a route or in? Come on, my Geordie lad. I think that you've been nooting in more times than Russell Brand. He joined the Brexit party, he said it's just a job to hang about with Nigel and his gang of xenophobes. He went to Nigel begging to be running for a seat, but Nigel rubber-eared him and his downfall was complete. And with you, and with you, and with you, my Johnny lad, to join the Brexit party was the biggest dream you had. You'll see him on the telly, he's on Russia Today. Some call him Putin's puppet, but I couldn't really say. He's jumped in every platform, frae Farage to Karl Marx. They kicked him off talk radio for making daft remarks. And with you, and with you, and with you, my Geordie lad, you're on the Russian telly now with your wee comrade Vlad. Now his career in England, it began to shrink and fade. So Geordie's back in Scotland, now he's on a bold crusade. With his fedora in the ring, he's gonna make a stand. He's called up every crank and Tory nut job in the land. And with you, and with you, and with you, my Geordie lad, riding to the rescue like the bold Sir Galahad. He says he's voting Tory now, he's made a grand address. They love him at the Telegraph, the Mail and the Express. The Independentistas, they make him lose the rag. Hurrah for Tory Geordie as he waves his Union flag. And with you, and with you, and with you, my Geordie lad, to draw attention to yourselves, the biggest dream you've had. And with you, and with you, and with you, my Geordie lad, to draw attention to yourselves, the biggest dream you've had.